College football is all about unforgettable moments. The roar of the crowd, the energy that pulses through the stands, and the sense of community that brings thousands together every fall weekend. It's a tradition that unites generations, where every game feels like a celebration of school spirit and pride. The passion, the drama, and the sheer unpredictability that unfolds every Saturday make college football truly special. Every snap, every tackle, and every touchdown is magnified by the hopes and dreams of players and fans alike. This past weekend, on September 13th, 2025, all eyes turned to Knoxville, Tennessee. The city was buzzing with excitement as Neyland Stadium prepared to host a monumental clash between the undefeated Georgia Bulldogs and the Tennessee Volunteers. The air was thick with anticipation, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. More than just a game, this was a test of heart, grit, and determination. A story for the ages that would be told and retold by fans for years to come. The atmosphere was electric, with both teams knowing that victory would mean more than just another win in the record books. Both teams entered the contest with perfect 2-0 records. Georgia, the reigning powerhouse, was determined to extend their dominance and prove they were still the team to beat in the SEC. Meanwhile, Tennessee was hungry to break the streak, eager to show the nation that they could stand toe-to-toe with the best. The Volunteers were fueled by the hope of their fans and the desire to make history on their home turf. The anticipation was electric. Fans knew this could define their season. Tailgates filled the parking lots, and the city was awash in orange and red as supporters from both sides gathered to witness what promised to be an epic showdown. Across the country, upsets and triumphs unfolded, but nothing matched the stakes in Knoxville. The entire college football world was watching, knowing that this game could shift the balance of power in the conference and set the tone for the rest of the season. As the sun set over Neyland Stadium, the stage was set for a classic, one that would deliver stunning plays, dramatic comebacks, and an unforgettable overtime finish. The tension was palpable, and every fan in the stadium could feel that something special was about to happen. This was the kind of matchup that creates legends and breaks hearts. Players left everything on the field, and the emotional roller coaster was felt by everyone in attendance, from the youngest fans to the oldest alumni. The 2025 Georgia-Tennessee game would be remembered as one of the season's greatest, a true testament to the magic of college football, where every weekend can bring a new story, a new hero, and memories that last a lifetime. Before kickoff, Neyland Stadium was transformed into a breathtaking sea of orange and white, an awe-inspiring sight that could be felt as much as it was seen. The anticipation in the air was electric, with fans streaming in from all corners of Tennessee and beyond, each one eager to be part of something unforgettable. Over 102,000 passionate fans filled every seat, meticulously creating the iconic checker Neyland pattern. The stadium pulsed with excitement, each section perfectly coordinated, a living mosaic of school spirit and tradition that has become a hallmark of Tennessee football. The energy was absolutely deafening, a thunderous roar that echoed Tennessee pride and unity. It was more than just noise, it was a collective heartbeat, a surge of emotion that swept through the stands and onto the field. But this day was about more than football. The nation was still reeling from the shocking assassination of Charlie Kirk. The weight of recent events hung heavy in the air, reminding everyone present that some moments transcend the game. In a powerful, unforgettable moment, the entire stadium, every fan, player, and coach, rose together in a chant of USA, USA! The sound was overwhelming, a reminder of the strength found in unity and the values that bring us together as a nation. The national anthem followed, sung with more passion than ever before, and a military flyover soared above, amplifying the sense of respect, gratitude, and togetherness that filled the stadium. For a few precious hours, rivalry faded into the background. Fans from both teams mingled, sharing stories and memories, united by a shared experience that made the game feel even bigger than the scoreboard. As the opening whistle blew, the crowd's energy surged into kickoff, creating a wall of sound that seemed to lift the Volunteers and push them forward. Every moment felt magnified, every play charged with meaning. Each play was met with thunderous cheers and emotional outbursts, as if the entire stadium was willing their team to victory. The atmosphere was electric, setting the perfect stage for the drama and excitement that was about to unfold. This was more than just a football game. It was a moment that captured the nation's heart, a testament to the power of sports to unite, heal, and inspire us all. Tennessee came out blazing, fueled by the home crowd. Quarterback Joey Aguilar completed his first 14 passes, leading a relentless offense. Aguilar scored the opening touchdown, then connected with Chris Brazzell for another. The highlight, a 72-yard bomb to Brazzell, electrifying the stadium and giving Tennessee a 21-7 lead. Georgia's vaunted defense looked rattled, unable to slow the Volunteers' attack. The first quarter ended with Tennessee in command, their offense looking unstoppable. For Georgia, it was a shocking wake-up call. The Bulldogs needed to regroup fast or risk being run out of the stadium. Down 21-7, Georgia found themselves in a daunting hole early in the game, but instead of panicking, the Bulldogs responded with a calm, unwavering determination that has become their trademark under pressure. The sideline was focused, coaches and players alike refusing to let the moment overwhelm them. Quarterback Gunnar Stockton took command, orchestrating a series of methodical drives that showcased both his poise and the offense's discipline. Each play was deliberate, as Georgia worked the clock, moved the chains, and slowly began to quiet the once-roaring Tennessee crowd. The Bulldogs' offense found its rhythm, mixing short passes and tough runs to keep the Volunteers' defense guessing. Tennessee's defense, feeling the pressure, started to crack. Costly pass interference penalties extended Georgia's drives, giving the Bulldogs fresh sets of downs and new life on crucial possessions. These mistakes proved pivotal, shifting the momentum and keeping Georgia's hopes alive. Stockton made the most of these opportunities, capping off a determined drive with a powerful rushing touchdown. The offense didn't stop there. Georgia added a field goal, chipping away at Tennessee's lead and sending a clear message that they weren't going away quietly. The momentum swung even further when Tennessee's Aguilar, under duress, threw his first interception of the season. The turnover halted a promising Volunteers drive and gave Georgia's defense a surge of confidence. With renewed energy, Georgia's defense tightened up, making key tackles and forcing Tennessee into difficult third downs. By halftime, the Volunteers' once comfortable lead had shrunk to just 21-17, and the scoreboard reflected a game that was suddenly up for grabs. The early fireworks had faded, replaced by a tense, nervous energy that swept through the stadium. Fans on both sides watched anxiously, knowing the outcome was far from decided. Georgia's resilience was on full display. They had weathered the storm, clawed their way back into contention, and reignited belief on their sideline. Meanwhile, Tennessee fans could sense the momentum shifting. What once seemed like a sure victory was now a battle, and the tension in the stands was palpable. As the teams regrouped for the second half, the Bulldogs were fired up and ready for a fight. The comeback was real, and Georgia was determined to finish what they'd started. The stage was set for a dramatic finish, with both teams knowing that every play in the second half could decide their fate. Georgia opened the third quarter with a punishing 13-play drive, taking their first lead at 24-21. Their defense forced a quick Tennessee punt, then added a field goal to go up 27-21. Just as Georgia seemed in control, Tennessee struck back. Aguilar hit Brazzell for a 56-yard touchdown, reclaiming the lead 28-27. The stadium erupted, momentum swinging wildly. Both teams traded blows, neither backing down. Georgia's physicality met Tennessee's explosiveness in a true tug-of-war. The third quarter ended with the outcome still in doubt. The tension was palpable, every play mattered. The final period promised even more drama. The fourth quarter was a roller coaster. Georgia briefly led 30-28, but Tennessee answered with a 44-yard Aguilar touchdown to Braylon Staley. Max Gilbert's 48-yard field goal pushed Tennessee ahead 38-30 with under 7 minutes left. Georgia's Gunnar Stockton faced the ultimate test, needing a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie. Stockton delivered, leading a clutch drive capped by a 29-yard touchdown to London Humphreys. The two-point try, Stockton rolled right and found Zach Branch, tying the game at 38. Tennessee had one last chance. Aguilar drove them into field goal range. With seconds left, Gilbert's 43-yard attempt sailed wide. The stadium groaned. Regulation ended in a deadlock. The game was headed to overtime, nerves frayed on both sides. The stage was set for a legendary finish. Overtime began with Georgia on offense. Tennessee's defense held strong, forcing a missed Georgia field goal. The Volunteers needed only a field goal to win. Max Gilbert lined up for a 42-yarder. He nailed it, but Georgia had called timeout. Forced to kick again, Gilbert delivered under immense pressure, putting Tennessee up 41-38. Now Georgia had to score a touchdown to win. The Bulldogs leaned on running back Josh McCray, who powered them to the 2-yard line. On third down, McCray punched it in for the game-winning touchdown. Georgia erupted in celebration. Tennessee was left heartbroken. The Bulldogs had survived an epic battle, 44-41. The overtime thriller in Knoxville instantly became a classic. Both teams had played their hearts out, trading blows until the very end. Georgia's resilience and Tennessee's explosive offense made for unforgettable drama. The Bulldogs' victory kept their undefeated season alive and extended their streak over Tennessee. For the Volunteers, it was a crushing loss, but their performance proved they belonged among the nation's elite. Neyland Stadium witnessed a game for the ages, one that will be talked about for years. Legends were made on both sides of the ball. The emotional roller coaster left fans breathless. This was college football at its absolute best. The 2025 Georgia-Tennessee game set a new standard for epic showdowns. While Knoxville stole the spotlight, the rest of college football delivered its own fireworks. Georgia Tech stunned #12 Clemson with a last-second 55-yard field goal, shaking up the ACC. Alabama dominated Wisconsin, reminding everyone they're still a force in the SEC. LSU outlasted Florida in a heated rivalry, keeping their championship hopes alive. Vanderbilt notched a gritty win over South Carolina, while Texas A&M's high-powered offense faced Notre Dame in a marquee night game. Upsets, rivalries, and statement wins defined the weekend, but nothing matched the drama in Knoxville. Georgia's 44-41 overtime win will be remembered as an instant classic. This is why we love college football: passion, drama, and unforgettable moments.